Following a 2-year period in which Barcelona fell away from Europe's elite, faced their biggest financial crisis in a generation and lost their greatest ever player for free, the appointment of Xavi is seen by many as the first step on a long road to recovery at the Camp Nou. And to say he has a tough job on his hands is an understatement. Barça are in danger of missing out on Champions League qualification for the first time since 2003, sitting 5 points off 4th place Atletico Madrid at the time of writing, have crashed out of the UCL group stage for the first time in over 20 years, and are yet to fully convince since the former Blaugrana captain took his place in the dugout. But despite the club still working on a tight budget, with President Joan Laporta recently suggesting they can't make any January signings without selling first, investment in the squad is needed if Xavi is going to make a success of the side he once captained. Let's take a look at 3 players who could help him realise his ambitions. Ferran Torres. We kick off with an obvious choice, as Ferran Torres seems to be top of Xavi's shopping list going into the January window. The Spanish forward is open to a move to the Camp Nou, with Barca reportedly offering €45 million for his services, which falls some way short of Man City's valuation of around €60 million. But considering the English club still stand to make a healthy profit on a player they paid less than €25 million for 18 months ago, it seems a real possibility if Torres is serious about wanting a return to La Liga. And while there are question marks about how the Blaugrana would fund such a move, it's hard to see many downsides to it in a footballing sense. As well as Lionel Messi, the club let go of Antoine Griezmann and Francisco Trincao in the summer, with the acquisitions of Memphis Depay, Sergio Aguero and Luuk de Jong nowhere near making up for their loss, while Yusuf Demir is still very raw. And although Ansu Fati is a future superstar and Ousmane Dembele a favourite of Xavi, both are injury prone while Dembele is still yet to sign a new contract. So there is space for another forward in the Barca squad, especially one of Ferran Torres' quality, as he has both the versatility and tactical intelligence to elevate the side's attack. Monitored by Barca since he was coming through the ranks as a 16-year-old at Valencia, Torres had made almost 100 appearances for Los Che by the time he left for City at 20, showcasing both the technical qualities and hard work needed to succeed at the top level while at the Mestalla. Breaking into the first team under the disciplined Marcelino, Torres ranked highly for attempted pressures and also made 2.5 tackles and interceptions a match, backing up 1.7 shots and 1.6 chances per 90 with some hard graft out of possession. And since signing for Man City, he's only become more well-rounded in his attacking play. Although he's been out with a metatarsal injury since October, Torres impressed massively for Pep Guardiola's side in the early stages of the campaign as a false 9, a role he's excelled in for the Spain national team too. He takes 3.8 shots per 90, the highest average in the Man City squad, with 3 of them coming from inside the box. So while his electric pace and ability to beat defenders is no doubt a big draw for Xavi, who likes his teams to advance the ball quickly through the lines, the 21-year-old now also possesses superb off-the-ball movement in the final third. Even if this current Barca side aren't producing anywhere near as many chances as City, Torres would be an interesting addition. Seeing him link up with the likes of Fati and Memphis, who are also tactically flexible forwards, would potentially be very exciting. Barca's track record of signing attackers in recent years has been hit and miss to say the least, and he also doesn't come cheap. Nevertheless, Torres seems like a safe bet. Before we move on to our next potential signing, let's hit you with another stat. Around a third of you watching this are unsubscribed. If you are, why not hit that subscribe button down below, as we put videos like this out every single day. Trust me, you really don't want to miss out. Anyway, let's move on. Mohamed Salisu. It's no secret that defence has been an increasingly big issue at Barcelona over the last few years. If you want a more detailed analysis of why their back line has struggled this term, why not check out our scout report from last month, where we went deep on the main obstacles facing Xavi at the Camp Nou. And although the Blaugrana still have a number of centre-backs still on their books, Samuel Umtiti has only just made it off the bench, while the declining Gerard Piqué turns 35, and they have seriously lacked physicality whenever Ronald Araujo has been unavailable. The club will likely need to invest in another defender in the next 12 months, and Southampton's Mohamed Salisu could be the answer. Signed from Real Valladolid for just £10.8 million in the summer of 2020, Salisu had been one of the most impressive centre-backs in La Liga the previous campaign, helping his side keep the 7th best defensive record in the division with consistently mature performances that belied his 20 years of age, winning 77% of his tackles and 60% of his aerial duels. It's not a total surprise then that after failing to adequately replace him, Valladolid were relegated in 2020-21. And while injuries ruined his first season in the Premier League, the Ghanaian defender has become massively important to the Saints this term, missing just 37 minutes of action for which he's been available, as Ralph Hasenhüttl's side have become more robust, conceding the 12th fewest goals in the Premier League, a huge improvement on last season when only relegated West Brom conceded more. At 6'1", Salisu is taller than any of Barca's current defenders aside from Piqué, and now 22, the physical side of his game has improved. He now wins 3.4 aerial duels per 90, up from 2.6 at Valladolid, and makes 5 tackles and interceptions per game, with Tino Livramento the only teammate to average more. And while this kind of front foot defending would be a great asset to Xavi's side, Salisu is also developing the ball playing ability needed to slot into the Barca back line. He may not yet possess the range of Eric Garcia, but he has become Southampton's main distributor this term, with his 4.6 passes into the final third per 90 the highest in the Saints squad. This also beats Gerard Piqué this term, and is only marginally less than Clement Longley. Hasenhüttl's vertical system requires him to attempt a lot of long balls, so while his 31% long pass accuracy doesn't look great, this would certainly come up in a more expansive side, while his 7.8 ball recoveries per 90 illustrate a player who is very proactive in picking up possession to restart the attack. If Salisu's performances continue to impress, then Southampton could feasibly sell him for over 4 times what they paid for him just 18 months ago. But if Barca make a move early enough and can free up the wages of a big earner like Umtiti, then Salisu could be within range. David Raum. The position where Barcelona are thinnest right now is left back. While a recent hamstring injury to Jordi Alba could see Alex Balde given a consistent run out, the 18-year-old is relatively untested at senior level, playing predominantly in attack in his most recent appearances. And despite Xavi's commitment to blooding youngsters from La Masia, he may feel the need to add quality depth to the position. Alba has been in good form this term, already providing 4 assists, creating nearly 2 chances per 90 and winning possession 3.2 times a match. But he does turn 33 this season, and as we've seen with Marcelo and Alexandro in recent years, elite fullbacks can drop off quickly. Valencia captain Jose Gaya has long been tipped to replace him, and his current contract at the Mestalla is up in 2023. But seeing as he has so far stayed loyal to Los Che and the fact we've spoken about him to death over the years, it's worth profiling an alternative option. And this term, few left backs have impressed as much as Hoffenheim's David Raum. The 23-year-old was signed for free from boyhood club Greuther Fürth in the summer, having helped the Bavarian side gain promotion to the top flight for the first time in 8 years, with no player in the Bundesliga 2 matching his 13 assists. Capable of playing as a fullback or wingback, Raum has seamlessly made the step up to the Bully, with 4 assists to his name already, and his 2.4 key passes per 90 ranking him second among left-backs in Europe's top 5 leagues this term. What's more, just over a third of his chance creation comes from set pieces, indicating he's effective in open play too. He's no slouch defensively either, registering 3.6 tackles and interceptions per 90, very decent in a side which averages around 53% possession. And while the 23-year-old isn't the most active ball carrier or dribbler, registering just 4.1 progressive carries per 90, he is an excellent passer, ranking second in the squad for balls into the final third and 4th for progressive passes. These are all figures we'd expect to see rise significantly at the Camp Nou. Called up to the Germany squad by Hansi Flick in September, having helped the under-21s win the Euros this year, Raum's profile will only get bigger from here. He would be the kind of undervalued signing we've rarely seen Barca make in recent years. In their current predicament, he is exactly the kind of player they should be targeting. So those were our 3 signings that could have a transformative effect on Xavi's Barcelona, but have you got any shouts yourself? Let us know in the comments below, and the best one will get read out on Sunday Vibes. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like as it really helps us with the algorithm, and why not click on screen right now for another great EFD vid. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.